What do you want to talk about?
Wrestling. Wrestling is good.
Why do you do that? Oh. Why not?
It's fake.
Wrestling's not fake!
Yes, I'm stealing somebody else's gimmick doing that. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Ronald Ray here, your boy with a cornbread accent. Welcome to this week's episode of Spot Show live stream with me, of course, Ronald Ray. And I already introduced myself. So, if you find yourself slightly entertained, hit the like button. Also, leave a comment. Join us in the chat and be a champ. Especially if this is your first time watching, you're not a subscriber yet. Be a champ and click on that subscribe button. Alright, got that crap out of the way. Let's see what we got going on today. We got some little bit AEW news, some stuff about New Japan, sad passing of a Northeast Indie guy. Then of course we're going to talk a lot about the WWE today. I know that might sound boring, but we might try to find it somewhat entertaining, since they got a lot going on this week. They had their draft, of course, Friday SmackDown, or last Friday SmackDown, and this past Monday's Raw. They had their annual draft. Some people kind of were like, about it, but it is what it is. We'll talk about it. Also, the WWE has a premium live event in France Saturday night in France, of course, Saturday afternoon for us, and that is Backlash. Then, of course, after all that, we're going to do a little bullshitting. Can I say bullshit now? Let's see. And, of course, my crack team of, what we call it, production staff. Of course, I don't not 100% 100% ready yet. So let's see. Let me get a couple little things done while I just babble here a little bit. Not sure if you folks are seeing this. A couple things. There's one thing I keep messing up, keep forgetting to set up. Even when I record stuff, I keep forgetting, and of course, here I am live, and I forgot. So let me go ahead and set this up. So how was everybody's week? Hopefully everybody's having a good week so far. Tomorrow is Friday. And of course, speaking of Friday, join me for Wrestling Gold Friday night. And I'm still planning on doing the Southern Championship Wrestling from Georgia. I believe it's 1988. I'll get back with you on that one. Again, I asked permission if I even put it in the comment of the video if I can use an hour video, because looks like the person I'm getting the video from, put 2 hours worth of clips, or maybe 2 shows. Oh, by the way, don't you want the Fanta? They're not a sponsor, but I have water, but for some reason I keep it because I buy the water in bulk. Nothing. I just didn't want to. It's not breaking news or anything. It's not major news, but if you're a subscriber of their streaming service, you might be interested. Of course, I am not. Let's see. Let me push this button for a second. No, I'm not one of those. I like Japan wrestling. I don't keep up with it as much as I used to. I think the last time I really kept up with it good was, I guess, mid '90s, late '90s maybe. Hayabusa. I was a huge Hayabusa fan. And of course, during that time too, early '90s too, because it had Chris Benoit and Eddie Guerrero. Uh, I mean, I know it sucks to talk about now, but yes, I was a Chris Benoit fan. Um, uh, no, this has nothing to do with the program, but I ad lib this shit half the time. I'm live, but yes, I remember exactly what I was doing when I heard the news that, um, well, it was pretty much I heard the news. They found him, his wife, and kid um, unalived. I guess that's the word we got to use in YouTube world and social media world. We got to use unalive instead. But even when I seen, I'm like, he freaking did it. That dude went nuts and did it. Uh, but that's about the last time I really paid attention to Japan stuff. Other than that, and it was hard at that time. We didn't have, it wasn't like everybody had internet at the time and stuff like that. I mean, I kept up with a little bit with the Bullet Club. Kept up with it, meaning I'd read stuff, old school style. I didn't go and, um, unless there was like a name or something like that, I would kind of check out. But other than that, uh, I dug that stuff back then. I mean, of course, excuse me, I had FMW videos. I thought they were, like I said, I was a Hayabusa fan, so that's my excuse. Anyway, let's see. Like I said, we got a bunch of BS to go through, so let's roll it on. You people are not paying to hear me just babble about every little thing. Oh, never mind. You people are not paying. It's free. It's absolutely, see, hit the subscribe button. It's absolutely free. Check it out. And yes, I did steal the cheer and the clap thing from another YouTuber. So if you're watching this, I borrowed it. I didn't steal it. I borrowed it. Uh, Dude, you got like a million subscribers, million fans. Nobody knows my fucking ass. Anyway, okay, let's get to it. A little bit AEW news. Poor Darby Allin can't catch a freaking break. That dude got hit by a bus. Already having a broken foot. Uh, I think they said he was in. Oh crap! I didn't put it in my notes. I think it's in New York. Somehow he got hit by a bus. Let's see. What the heck? Let's see. Here we go. I guess I do got to click that. But yeah, that dude got messed up. I mean, not 2024 is just not Darby's year. I mean, was supposed to climb Mount Everest, but that got derailed when he broke his foot in the match against Jay White. Now he gets hit by a bus. Poor kid. But hey, uh, it's all uphill from now. I mean, you get hit by a bus, you break your foot, cancel your dream mountain hike, get hit by a bus. That's just rock bottom right here. It's nothing but up from here. So hopefully he gets well, comes back. Cause yes, as much as I give AEW hell, um, I'm a Darby Allin fan. I want to see him back in the ring, 100%. Uh, doing some crazy shit because it fits his. Doing crazy shit fits his character. Uh, and and the dude knows how to sell. He can work good. Just a fan of his. Let's see. So, but some good news, I guess, depends on how you look at it. AEW has signed a free agent. Her name is the Brick House, Camille. Looks like she's officially joined AEW. Guess she didn't want to spend no time in the Performance Center and try to look at NXT and work her way up, which, hey, it's all good. Uh, According to Fightful's Sean Rossap, he reports that she signed with the promotion in February after becoming a free agent earlier this year. Camille, known as the Brickhouse, held the NWA Women's title for 812 days, playing a crucial role in the brand. Her start date with AEW has not been announced yet. In addition to her wrestling career, Camille recently ventured into acting, portraying June Byers in the film Queen of the Ring, a biopic about iconic wrestler Mildred Burke. So that should be interesting there. Uh, Hi, Brenda. Love that picture. What character? Is that a Muppets character? I can't remember her name. But it looks like that one Muppets character that was with the band. So yeah, some decent news, I guess. Now that they picked up her, uh, according to this, she was signed, back in February, which kind of heard a little bit about it. I think I actually mentioned on here that it looked like she was going to AEW, but I've seen her a few times when she was in the NWA. Of course, she is the wife of Tom Latimer, Braum, and TNA. Uh, and of course, I think he was actually once married to Charlotte Flair, so he definitely likes his tall blondes. No shame in that. But attractive, well built woman here. Uh, she's got a cornbread accent like mine. She's got a very southern accent, so be interesting on if they let her rip with that or they give her something to um, anyway. Okay, yeah, get that phone up. Got thrown in the trash. Anyway, but yeah, so hopefully some good things for her. I think she matches up great with a lot of the talent there. Willow, of course, Chris Statlander. They uh, tall girls, you know. Uh, Statlander's probably a little thicker, where she's more. Camille's a little more ripped, but powerful girl. Camille, very powerful. So that could be some interest there. That's two girls off the top of my head. Of course, Tony Storm. I think she'll match up well with her as well. But yeah, so let's hope for the best for Camille because she seems pretty cool. Good talent and all that. So uh, let's see what the AEW do with her. They might throw her in Ring of Honor or something like that, or Rampage, or one of the other shows that people don't really watch. Anyway, like I said, a little bit New Japan here. It's nothing got too much to do with wrestling. Basically, if you're a member of their fan club, New Japan Pro Wrestling has issued an apology to the fan club members following the loss of a USB drive personal containing the personal data of over 30,000 individuals. The incident occurred during the event at the Koreku Uin Hall in Tokyo on April 22nd of this year. The lost USB contained names, dates of birth, ages, genders, membership numbers, types, and expiration dates of 32,775 people, but it did not include sensitive information like credit card details, addresses, phone numbers, or email addresses. So I guess that's a plus right there. I guess it's like the few years ago there was a big breach in the basically the an insurance company, health insurance company, got a breach and there was like a gosh 100,000 people or a million people's names got downloaded and stuff and I remember doing a paper over it, and they say, if you get like somebody's health insurance information, that's like hacker gold right there. That's identity gold right there. I mean, they go for, I think at the time, of course, this was 2020, 2021, 3 years ago, like 1,000, 1,500 a pop. Uh, you get that information, you especially that much, you definitely get gold. Anyway, uh, sorry to digress there. There has been no indication that the data has been misused or that any member has suffered harm as a result of the loss. We deeply apologize for the inconvenience and concern we have caused our members, New Japan Pro Wrestling stated on its website. The loss happened as staff were setting up for a photo session for fan club members. Upon discovery, the missing drive, New Japan Pro Wrestling immediately reported the incident to the police on April 25th. Looking ahead, New Japan Pro Wrestling plans to overhaul its authenticity methods with no longer relying on USB drives and will implement stricter controls on personal data handling. The company has already started notifying affected members about the breach. Yeah. Dude, you're Japan, technology capital of the world. You should already have other ways of dealing with that besides USB drives, I would think, but I could be wrong. Um, so yeah, if you are a New Japan Pro Wrestling fan club member, might want to check your shit. Make sure nobody's gotten any information. I mean, they say nothing's been, um, nothing's happened yet as far as credit cards or anything like that, or your address. But still, you might want to check your stuff. Let's see. Sad news here. Pro wrestler Billy Rail has passed away at age 44. Rail was an independent wrestler in the hotbed of indie wrestling, the northeastern United States, in the late 1990s, breaking in at a young age with the likes of Trent Acid. Jersey All Pro Wrestling is likely the promotion he's best known for, being part of during the hot hardcore period. According to reports, Bill's passing came after a long battle with various health issues, which were not disclosed. So, condolences go to the family of Billy Rail, uh, you know, friends, family members. You know, always hate to hear people passing away. I think I may have seen them, not personally, but like videotapes online, stuff like that, a couple times. Especially if he had probably wrestled Trent Acid or any of the Backseat Boys. Uh, people, coming up during that time. Probably seen him on those, but can't say a huge. I mean, I just know I remember the name. That's about it. So can't really tell you. Can't honestly say, yeah, a huge fan of his or anything like that. Just definitely knew the name, and condolences go to the family and friends of Billy Rail. All right, and we got that little bit. See, I'm not trying to get away from talking too bad about AEW. Of course, earlier this evening I did record a AEW Dynamite recap show. It's recorded, and I will upload it as soon as I'm done with a live stream. So definitely check that out too. Um, but let's go to the WWE. I was about to say WWF. Let's see. Let's talk about the draft. So this past Monday and this past Friday, uh, huh? Not Friday if you have to work Saturday. Huh? I'm confused. Uh-oh. Joe King texted the chat, not texted the right person. Anyway. Um, anyway, uh, this past Friday SmackDown and this past Monday, WWE held their annual draft. Like I said, it wasn't no huge, nothing to do really. Uh, the usual stuff from got a few callouts from NXT and stuff like that. So let's get right to it here. We got starting out uh, first overall draft pick, and the pick went to SmackDown was Bianca Belair, and of course she's already on SmackDown, so she didn't have to move nowhere. She didn't have to pack her bags or anything. She stays on SmackDown. Drafted number 2, but first overall for son of a mother. There we go. Yeet. I got it controlled now. Number 2. First, you know, draft for Raw was Jey Uso. Number 1 contender for the World Heavyweight Championship, 9-time tag team champion, holds the longest tag team championship reign in history, 622 days, with his brother Jimmy Uso. Let's see. And from NXT, SmackDown selected Carmelo Hayes, a 2-time North American champion, 2021 NXT Breakout Tournament winner. Overall, nice guy. Anyway, former NXT champion, of course, had a long-standing friendship with Trick Williams, and they feuded with each other. Trick Williams wound up, winning that feud, and winning the NXT championship. So no, Trick Williams didn't get called up, but Carmelo Hayes did, which is really not a surprise. He's already appeared on SmackDown and Raw. I think he had a match a few months ago or something like that. But again, another not so huge surprise. Seth freaking Rollins gets drafted to Raw, so he stays on Raw. Let's see, round 2 from Friday night. SmackDown picked Randy Orton, so he gets to stay. Braun Breaker, he's officially now Braun Breaker is all Raw. Oh, that didn't sound good. That didn't sound right. That sounds about good as Uncle Scotty's math. Anyway, yes, Braun Breaker. He is the son of the doll-faced gremlin Rick Steiner. Dude's a specimen. I've seen him in a few matches. Big dude, strong dude. Hit the ropes very fast. Devastating spear. So, wish they can give him another finisher, because it seems like you got 2 or 3 people down with spears. But big things are expected from a Braun Breaker. Hopefully get rid of that Breaker name and just be called Steiner, Braun Steiner. I think his name is really Bronson Steiner. I think that's his name, or Bronson Rick Steiner, whatever Rick's real name is. Rick and Scott's real name. They got rid of the REX part, just kept the Steiner part, which is a good decision on whoever's idea that was. But yeah, definitely a superstar in the making. Like I said, legit athlete, played football in college, football and I think wrestled in college. Much like his, dad and Uncle Scotty. Anyway, everybody's favorite female wrestler, Nia Jax. She is going to SmackDown. Of course, if you watch Raw, if you did, check out my Raw recap show. It is up and going. But yes, this past Monday was Nia Jax's final Raw appearance, for now at least. Former women's champion, 2-time tag team champion, and a former model. But now she is going to SmackDown. Trying to think who they compare. I guess. Well, let's see, Bianca and Jade, which I'll talk about later. They're in a tag team. Maybe a program with, Bianca is Jade's in a tag team. They'll figure something out with her. I'm pretty sure they'll throw her with Bailey. But like I said, we'll get to that later in the WWE Backlash predictions. Let's see. And staying on Raw is Liv Morgan. She's on the Liv Morgan Revenge Tour, so she has to stay on Raw, of course. The keep going with that, or keep going for that revenge. Do believe she, even though it hasn't officially announced and it wasn't announced when I was trying to get everything together, I'm pretty sure she'll be going against Becky Lynch at Backlash as well. But like I said, nothing official. I don't think it's been said yet. So anyway, let's see. Now this is the part where I got smart. Obviously, gosh, some of these pictures were hard to find and 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 all. But anyway, uh, round three of the first night of the draft, SmackDown kept LA Knight, Raw kept Ricochet, SmackDown kept the Bloodline. Right now, it's just Solo Sikoa, Tama Tonga, and Paul Heyman. And Raw keeps, Sheamus. Round four, SmackDown keeps AJ Styles. Of course, he's going for the WWE Undisputed Championship against Cody Rhodes at Backlash. Alpha Academy stays on Raw. Andrade now moves to SmackDown. He was briefly on Raw he's briefly on Raw now coming to SmackDown. And Raw gets Kiana James, another NXT call up. And after that, there was a few names announced on social media on Friday night. The OC, they stay on SmackDown. Baron Corbin is going to SmackDown. Of course, he's a former NXT championship. Held that championship with Braun Breaker. What they call himself? The Lone Dog, something like that. Wolf Dogs, something like that. Pretty entertaining together, but they going to keep them separated. So Corbin, he's going to SmackDown. Cedric Alexander and Ashanti the Adonis going to SmackDown. Staying on Raw will be Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark, one of my favorite female tag teams here. Gosh, would rather see them as tag team champions than. I'll talk about that later. Going to Raw will be Alba Fire and Isla Dawn. I've seen a bunch of vignettes on them. I don't know. Somebody needs to call the Winchesters on them and investigate them. And on Raw is Ivar the Viking. Looks like he's going to be if I heard correctly, he's going to be a papa again soon. Him and his wife I think this will be baby number 2 for them. So congratulations to those two. All right, let's go to night 2, round 1. This was held on Raw Monday night. The Imperium, they stay on Raw. And of course, the Imperium now is Gunther and Ludwig Kaiser. I don't know if they pick up a third one, but looks like it's just going to be Gunther and Kaiser for now. SmackDown, Jay Cargill stays there. The big move here, going from SmackDown to Raw, is Damage Control. Io Sky, Asuka, Kairi Sane, and Dakota Kai. Of course, Asuka and Kairi Sane, the Kabuki Warriors, they are the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions. And staying on SmackDown is Kevin Owens. Round number 2, Raw keeps CM Punk. The Pride stays in SmackDown. Of course, the Pride is Bobby Lashley, Montez Ford, Angelo Dawkins, the Street Profits, and B-Fab. The returning Braun Strowman is drafted to Raw, and SmackDown gets Tiffany Stratton. Round 3, going from SmackDown to Raw now is the LWO. That is Rey Mysterio, Zelina Vega, Joaquin Wilde, Cruz del Toro, and I guess for at least right now, Carlito, even though it looked like he turned heel the other week. Staying on SmackDown. Whoops, go back. Wasn't done yet. Staying on SmackDown is Legado del Fantasma. That's Santos Escobar, Angel, Berto, and Electra Lopez. Going to Raw or staying on Raw is Drew McIntyre, and of course, for Shinsuke Nakamura, he's got to pack his bags again this year, because he's leaving Raw and going back to SmackDown. Round number 4. We have Raw taking the Judgment Day, so now we're going to have the Judgment Day and LWO on the same show. And of course, that's interesting because Judgment Day, of course, has uh, Mysterio. Oh, gosh, I can't. Dominic Mysterio. Sorry, I had a brain fart there. Dominic Mysterio, while the LWO is led by his dad, Rey Mysterio. Of course, Finn Balor. The don't know why they didn't list Damian Priest as far as part of the Judgment Day. I guess that was a snafu, but it is JD Madonna, Finn Balor, Dominic Mysterio, and the WWE World Champ. Of course, the World Champion stays on stays on Raw anyway, so I guess that's what they kept with there. Naomi, she stays on SmackDown. Of course, she's going for the WWE Women's Championship coming this Saturday on Backlash. Let's see, Raw gets from NXT the Mad Dragon, Ilja Dragunov. Pretty good little dude. Can't say anything bad about him. The few matches I did see him on or seen with him. And moving from SmackDown to Raw is Chelsea Green and Piper Niven. Of course, we're all going to miss Samantha Irvin announcing Chelsea Green's name the way she does it. Not going to try it right now, but it sounds pretty hot when she says it. Let's just say that. Okay, New Day, they stay on Raw. Pretty Deadly stays on SmackDown. NXT's Lyra Valkyria, she goes to Raw. Going from Raw to SmackDown is Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell. Round number 6, we got going from SmackDown to Raw, the Final Testament. Of course, that includes Karrion Kross, Scarlett, Akam, and Reisner, the authors of Pain, and the former manager of the legendary Road Warriors. I like that. I don't know if you can see it too well. Sorry, in history, the biggest drawing tag team in history, the Road Warriors, was managed by Precious Paul Ellering. He's with them. DIY, they moved from Raw to SmackDown. Reed stays on Raw. And Blair Davenport goes from NXT to SmackDown. So I kind of mentioned this on the Raw recap show. I would love to see some matches with DIY and A-Town Down Under. That's Austin Theory and Grayson Waller. Great, then to Midnight can be Midnight Expresses. They can be Rock and Roll Expresses. Could have some pretty good matches. Let them trade a tag team belts a couple times. Wouldn't hurt nothing. I mean, do we really want to see another, Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa 2-3 years worth of matches and feuds? Don't. I kind of got my feel of it when they was in NXT, but let them keep a tag team. They're a pretty good tag team. I think they're better, especially on the main roster. If this is on NXT, they're a little bit better apart than they are together, but main roster, I think they're better together than they are apart. Okay, then after Monday night, the social media draftees, I guess, Apollo Crews, he goes to SmackDown. Giovanni Vinci, who was kicked out of the Imperium, looks like he's been Mario Jannetty, and he's going to SmackDown. He's not really going to stick around to avenge his former partner for attacking him, so he's going to SmackDown. Tegan Knox, she's going to SmackDown. Hasn't seen her much lately. I thought she's going to come in and get kind of giving a little push. And I thought the same thing about Indy Hartwell, but they ain't really done nothing with either one of these. Tegan Knox I thought was okay, but I guess, like I said, Triple H, Paul Levesque, he likes He likes to slowly build things up. Uh, Another one of my favorite female tag teams. Wish the fans would get more behind them, but they are going to stay on Raw. Caden Carter and Katana Chance. Uh, Odyssey Jones, don't know too much about him. I guess he's a NXT guy. I guess he was on the main roster for a little bit. I can't remember, but anyway, he's coming to Raw. Uh, the Creed brothers, Julius Creed, Brutus Creed, and Ivy Nile. No, she's not one of the brothers. She's their female, counterpart. They're staying on Raw. Pretty good tag team. Pretty good tag team. Uh, Dijak, he's staying. He's coming to Raw. I believe he's NXT call up. And the new Catch Republic, they're going from SmackDown to Raw. Very impressive tag team as well. They had a pretty good match against the New Day, Damian Priest and Finn Balor. I think they can have good matches with uh, the Awesome Truth. Just basically throw a tag team in there. I think they can pull a good match out of anybody. They're both that good. Last but not least, Raw gets Natalya. Whew. Gosh, that's a mouthful. Uh, but like I said, it wasn't anything too surprising or out of the ordinary. Just I mean, got the NXT call ups. They're getting called up. Don't know what they're gonna do with them, but of course, like I said, Paul Levesque, he lets the have that slow build up. Give them everybody the best opportunity to succeed. Of course, like I said, I'd love to see some matches with A Town Down Under and DIY. Um, I think there's not hard hitting or anything like that, but definitely technically sound and because A Town Grayson Waller and Austin Theory, they're heels. They know how to be heels. They'll bump, sell, anything you want to. The timing of Austin Theory is just, very under. Austin Theory is probably one of the most underrated talents right now. I think, in my opinion, I think it was just because they gave him that angle where he was Vince's boy and stuff like that, and of course, the internet people, for some reason, didn't after that they didn't care for Austin Creed or Austin Theory, excuse me, not Xavier Woods, Austin Creed, but Austin Theory. But yeah, he's very underrated as far as talents go. And Grayson Waller, he's pretty good too. I mean, they first time they tagged with each other, you could kind of see that instant chemistry between the two. It's something to be you gotta take advantage of those things. Those things don't happen often. But let's see, anything else am I missing on here? One thing I wish they would do as far as these drafts, they'll at least make it a little bit interesting. Let NXT be part of that draft. I mean, I know they're probably not going to get any main roster stuff because I guess it'll look like a step down. You get drafted, be step down and everything. But like if they had like some recent signees, especially indie wrestler signees, have them go to like a low crew or something like that. Go to the talent's house, and when they announce their name uh, on Raw or SmackDown as being drafted to NXT, have them celebrate right there, kind of like they do in the NFL draft when they're especially the later picks, uh, where they have like the NFL draft, they all have a player at home or something with a family, and they hear their name called, and their family and everybody jumps for joy. Why don't they do that with NXT? That would be kind of kind of cool, interesting, and I'm pretty sure to get people sort of give the fans at home a introduction to these, have some clips from their indie shows, and I'm pretty sure these indie companies will be like, sure, you're getting this guy who's worked for us. Sure, we'll give you some video to edit together and show some clips of this talent's work. Sure, just a little video package, not long. I mean, not long, not a huge monologue, just little, showing a few of his or her moves, and say yes, this person's going to NXT. Welcome to welcome to the E. Welcome to the E, kid. And of course, have Shawn Michaels, whoever, kind of announce it. But not everyone. I think probably bring, other NXT, uh, who are big names, who like the Finn Balor's, DIY stuff like that, who had good career in NXT before they got called up to the main roster to announce these young up and comers, and just just they'll have a little bit of interest and stuff like that. Especially people who follow indie wrestlers. Be like, oh, this person. I mean, don't announce it. Don't announce they sign them on, you know, the internet or anything like that. Just say, hey, pay attention because we're going through NXT. NXT is going to get some indie talent, and to find out who they're picking up, tune in to watch. Or if they, just drafted like a fresh, because they do this, they'll just um, invite or have a trial or whatever with a legit football player, whatever, from college, and if they sign a player or sign a player, sign the I guess talent, say okay, now we're gonna really develop you, get you on NXT and everything else. Show some football or gymnastics or baseball highlights or whatever, and show them working out in the ring, get trained up and everything, and you know call him or her blue chip prospect and all that good shit. That's just my opinion. Just put a little twist in there and make it a little interesting. Just don't have NXT feel left out. All those sad faces in the NXT arena or at the performance center, not hearing their name, going boo, or be yeah, you got signed, and who's that one chick? All the chicks cried. Blair Davenport, oh my gosh, she bawled her little eyes out. But right on cue too. So anyway, was anybody else in the chat right there surprised about any of these draft choices? Um, Good, bad, indifferent. I'm indifferent about all of these myself. I mean, I would like to see some Giovanna Vinci and Ludwig, uh, what's his name? Ludwig Kaiser matches. Because those two guys are very technically sound. They could have had some good matches with each other, but nope, not today. Oh, that's a good. Just kind of scrolling through this list. That's another set of good matches DIY can have with Pretty Deadly, Elton Prince, and Kit Wilson. Yeah, boy. Those would be some good matches, I think. But other than that, all right. Hi, Karen. Here. Karen Poole is here. Yeah, no. Speaking of which, no mention of Jimmy Uso. I guess he's going to be on the free agent list. I didn't look at the free agent list. My bad. As R2 will say, sorry, my bad. Anyway, let's get to some Backlash predictions. Anybody out there looking forward to WWE Backlash France from Leon Dossan? I failed French. I didn't fail. I was on the brink of failing French. I got a C. I think C by meaning a 71. I think I got the one. I think at least either one or two points there, just because I seemed like I tried and just couldn't get the knack of it. Uh, it's at the LDLC arena, I guess, in France. Backseat Bucks. Is there? Seems like I'm missing something. Yeah, I can see him probably helping out maybe Randy Orton, Kevin Owens. The Backseat Bucks. Oh, you talking about DIY? Is that the Backseat Bucks? Ah, come on. DIY does, a few less super kicks than uh, the not so young Bucks. Now the Usos throw more super kicks, but if you ever go back and watch the Samoan SWAT team, Samu and Fatu, they would throw super. I mean, they wouldn't do the eye slapping super kicks, but they would throw. They would call thrust kicks, I guess. She looks different. Are you talking about Natalia, Karen? Oops, wrong way. Yeah, you talking about Natalia, Karen? Yeah, I think she's had some work done on her face a little bit, probably a little bit too much. Yeah, they were probably the back. Okay, the backseat boys. Yeah, they were probably the. But man, they were so fucking good though. Johnny Casimir and Trent Acid. I mean, somewhat cringeworthy, but they kind of embraced what they were. They were a couple of pretty boys. And I think from what from what I found out later, I guess Johnny Cashmere think he was thought he was really really pretty, so pretty that he didn't care for the female fans. Uh, he's down with the dudes, but hey, that's his choice, that's his life. So be it. It's 2024. But Trent Acid was very very good. I mean, they were both really good. Along with Nova's twin brother, I forgot his name, which he was never as good as Nova, or Mike Bucci. Yeah, I mean, but that was straight up indie stuff. Nobody sells it. Nobody sells it in indies. They don't teach that yet. They teach bumps and moves. And we teach you how to take bumps, then teach you some basics, and now you go out there and learn learn moves yourself. But I don't know. I thought that was better than the Bucks. I mean, I guess I have to really go back and watch, but I mean, because it's been 20 years at least. Um, Beginning of 2000s, late 90s, early 2000s, maybe. But I mean, I thought the Bucks were pretty good, or not the Bucks, but I thought the Backseat Boys were pretty good. The Young Bucks were just annoying. I remember when I first seen the Young Bucks. They were Uh, it was NWA Hollywood at the time, and they were on there. And the first thing I thought was, oh, the mini Hardys, because you know how back in Mexico they had like mini Vader, mini Rey Mysterio, mini this, mini that. And I was like, oh, this must be the mini Hardys. But oh gosh, and that was long. I mean, NWA Hollywood was a long time ago. So like I said, they're not. Can't really be calling themselves. They need to just call themselves the EVPs. Drop the Young Bucks thing. Yeah, and see that's the thing about it. I was never a huge fan of CZW. It's like then XPW. Oh gosh, if I had to watch one, I guess I would have rather watched CZW than XPW. I cannot stand XPW, and they had talent there. It's just, I mean, what's that guy's name? Google machine here. Uh, oops, wrong button. Who was that guy's name? Oh, Rob Black. Uh, yeah, the only thing that makes uh, yeah, good ending. He's all right. Jesus. Uh, yeah. Uh, gosh, Rob Black and Tony Khan. Uh, the only thing, as far as wrestling wise, having them being egos and stuff. I mean, it was a little too late for Rob Black to hire a real, or I guess a real booker. When Shane Douglas came in as a booker and top talent. But uh, anyway, let's get some Backlash predictions. I said Backlash 2024. May the 4th be with you. Uh, uh, and of course, this means May 4th. It means, you know what that means? Either TBS or TNT is going to show all the Star Wars movies. And unfortunately, the Disney Star Wars movies on top of that. Oh, Lordy. So if you, sorry, I don't mean it. I'll digress a little bit. Now I get to the digress predictions. Okay, if you're any young people out there are jumping in, going to be watching Star Wars for the first time, go with from episode 3, 4, 5, and 6. Um, yeah, go Revenge of the Sith, then New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi. Then stop. Don't don't worry about that other shit. Don't worry about the sequel after sequels. The sequels after the sequel. I don't know. The prequels weren't that bad. Jar Jar Binks was kind of annoying, but I don't know. I mean, of course, the whole no thing was kind of annoying. But the build up was pretty good and all that. But Empire, the best. If you're just gonna watch one of them, watch Empire. Empire's the best Star Wars movie. Anyway, don't know anything about this PLE. Well, well, kids, sit back and I will introduce you to what's going down on back. At least 5 of the match. I only know 5 of the matches. uh, going on in this PLE. I'm pretty sure, like I said, I think Becky Lynch versus Liv Morgan. If I would predict now, Becky Lynch will win that one, but we shall see. Uh, like I said, I don't know what the match order is. I'm just kind of shooting it out there. Bailey defends her WWE Women's Championship in a three-way match. She'll defend against Naomi and Tiffany Stratton. Ooh, where am I at? Who cares? Somebody wants to see. You want to see me, or you want to see three women? Uh, yeah, but the okay, Backlash, and we'll go back to Star Wars. See, I told you. We'll talk about everything on this. We'll go from wrestling to talking about Star Wars. But anyway, okay. So, gosh, who would I got win? I mean, I really wouldn't be surprised if Tiffany Stratton wins, but I predict Bailey keeps it. Uh, drops it to Stratton later, but she'll keep it here. Let's see. Then we got a tag team match. Kevin Owens teaming up with Randy Orton. Randy. Going against the Bloodline, Solo Sikoa and Tama Tonga. It all gotta figure out what uh, Jimmy Uso's going to do. Of course, this is Backlash. It's not like a major, major pay per view, or excuse me, premium live event. Uh, so if Jimmy does interfere, of course, that can be unpredictable. To tell you the truth. Uh, Tamatanga, I believe he is the son of Haku. So watch what you say. Oops, wrong button. Right button. Now he appeared a couple weeks ago. Him and Solo Sikoa beat the hell out of Jimmy Uso, and we ain't seen Jimmy Uso since. Of course, this was a SmackDown after WrestleMania. Uh, but yeah, I think that is the son of, yes, he is the son of Haku. So yeah, uh, so if being a total badass is a genetics thing, watch what you say. He will pull an eye out. But yeah, he's of course, Samoan guy. Um yeah, he wrestled in Japan, but like I said, Samoan guy, so he's got that heritage thing. Um, I think they also signed Jacob Fat too, uh, and he's not debuted yet, but I'm pretty sure he's getting ready to. Of course, Jacob, he's the son of the Tonga Kid, who was um, Tonga Tom in the movie Body Slam. Yeah, he was part of Bullet Club. What else? Wrong one. Actually, he's the adopted son of um, Haku. But he was part of the Bullet Club when Bullet Club was like when it had you know Prince Devitt, Finn Balor, Carl Anderson, uh, Luke Gallows, excuse me. I was trying to remember. I'm slipping on my names in my old age. Yeah, he had a face paint there and a long beard. Here, that's da da da. I think that's him. Yeah. Give me a second and I'll pull it up. Oh, oh no. Oh, where is it? Oh, come on now. Just there we go. That guy. Yeah, there you go. It's that guy. But yeah, I think if let's see, Jimmy Uso doesn't interfere, and Jimmy Uso could just interfere for the Bloodline, trying to get back with the Bloodline again. Um, because that's how he rolls sometimes. But yeah, I think if Jimmy Uso interferes, I guess on the behalf of Randy Orton and Kevin Owens, of course, uh, RKO will win it, and got a fresh talent there. They're trying to give Solo. Yeah, Sam. Yeah, the guy from MLW is uh, Jacob Fatu, and that dude, uh, that's a big dude that can freaking move. I mean, the stuff I've seen from him. Oh my goodness. Oh geez. So I mean, he could make his debut and help out his brother's cousins and wherever they are. But let's see. Next up, we got a match for the women's tag team championship. It is the champions Kabuki Warriors, Asuka and Kairi Sane, going against Bianca Belair and Jay Cargill. I think we're gonna see talent or a title change here. Cargill, Bianca wins it. Got, they want to put some gold on their new talent there, and gosh, you know, let's give Bianca some more cred and give her a tag team title run. Why not? So I'm going with Carhill and Bianca winning that one. Now a match for the World Heavyweight Championship. It is Damian Priest going against Jey Uso. Priest wins this one. Yeah, I mean that match could be pretty good. Kabuki Warriors and Bianca, but yeah, I think Bianca and Belair win this one. Uh, Damian Priest versus Jey Uso. I think Damian's going to win this one. Definitely don't think they're going to take the title off of him right now, but as long as they don't make Jey look too weak. But man, you can't help the fact that the crowd still is behind Jey Uso. But uh, but this not going to win this one. And of course, I guess this will be your main event for the undisputed WWE Championship. It is Cody Rhodes defending against AJ Styles. Uh, hey, uh, gotta give the new champion a good first opponent, and who better than AJ Styles? But and AJ Styles gonna make Cody look like $2 million. So and Cody's gonna win this one. Um, not sure who they're gonna build up against him next, uh, but now it's the rosters are solidified now. Who's on Raw? Who's on SmackDown? Um, but yeah, and the other one I think it's going to be Bianca or not Bianca, but Becky Lynch versus Liv Morgan. Becky Lynch is going to win that one, but I want to say this is a stat card or anything. Like I said, Backlash is. But then again, last year's Backlash, it wasn't like this huge big card. I think that was the one in Puerto Rico, right? That had uh Bad Bunny. Uh, I think even in the music world, he's kind of faded away like a bad fart. Yeah, this match, like I said, this match should be pretty good. I mean, uh, first defense, give him a good solid match. AJ is gonna give him a solid match, but yeah, the crowd in Puerto Rico. I mean, it wasn't like I said a stat card or anything like that either. I mean, very predictable card, but man, the fans were definitely into it. Maybe it happens this year in France. Not a. I mean, they had a few surprises in Puerto Rico with Carlito and all that, but other than that, I mean, Selena Vega got a huge pop. I mean, even though everybody knew she wasn't going to win, didn't need to win. Uh, but maybe the crowd in France will give them a you know uh, good have a good crowd there who's very responsive and stuff like that, and make this show a better show. Like I said, it's not. Uh, and sometimes backlashes will be a couple of WrestleMania matches, but rematches. Yeah, well, I mean, because the thing about it, they don't get the live shows, and probably nowhere near as much as we do, of course. So they the crowd brings it, um, and they're very appreciative. I mean, especially a pay per view slash premium live event. Of course, the crowd's going to show up for that. They want to come back sometime soon, and I think they're having a King of the Ring in Saudi Arabia. Is that right? I can't remember. My mind's drawing a blank. But yeah, so that's a. But yeah, the Disney Star Wars movies, just my opinion, I don't know. Especially they just didn't make sense. Especially that second one. Especially the Last Jedi. That, it was dumb. It's like we got a big plan, but we're not going to tell our number one pilot or anything because we think he's a hothead. So therefore, we're not going to tell a hothead to not be a hothead because we have this big plan to sit tight and you'll probably be proud of it. No, that hothead, why not do another shit? Yeah, it was just dumb, 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 dumb. seen I had a crap load of text messages, and one of them is work, but had nothing to do with me. Yay. But, let's see. Yeah, they're definitely not the first six, no. I mean, those made a little more sense. I mean, the prequels is basically the telling the story of Anakin going to, turn into Darth Vader. How did he get, get him bald or whatever. How he was discovered by, then trained by Obi-Wan. Then that age gap was kind of weird though, even though Padme didn't age, but Anakin got older quick. Something about that space stuff. I don't know. Kind of weird. Weird, as Disney would like to say. But yeah, put it to you this way: I think people look at the people who used to trash the prequels love the prequels now. It seems like after the last, oh my gosh, and of course uh, the main villain, who's supposed to be the main villain, was this annoying brat. Yeah, yeah, Anakin and Padme. But hey, she was an author. She is. Uh, Natalie Portman now is a Oscar-winning actress, and she played the girlfriend of Thor, then became Thor, the female Thor. Well, gosh, that was that was no good either. The Crystal Bell stuff was pretty decent, but they had the CGI Natalie Portman to have a bicep. It looked awful. It looked awful. Um, yeah, that's another thing. It's like, as far as the Marvel movies, anything after Endgame, even though Sony and Disney kind of partner up to do the Far From Home, Far From Home was pretty good. I'm I will admit I probably will go see uh, Deadpool and Wolverine. You're not missing nothing. You can pretend that one doesn't exist. Like I said, any of the Marvel movies and some of the TV shows after Endgame and Far From Home, you kind of pretend like they don't exist. It's kind of like the Indiana Jones movies. I will tell my great nephews, great nephews, and nieces until the day I die. There's only three Indiana Jones movies. That's Raiders of the Lost Ark, Temple of Doom, and Last Crusade. I thought you hadn't seen Far From Home. I thought you, huh, I must have seen that by myself or something. But yeah, there's only three Indiana Jones movies: Raiders of the Lost Ark, Temple of Doom, Last Crusade. No Crystal Skull. No, where the hell that shit was. Those are figments of your imagination. Just pretend like they don't exist. Yeah, I'll definitely let you know because yeah, I'll definitely gonna see that. I think it's in July. That's the one I'll give a shot because it's Deadpool. Ryan Reynolds, I think, is uh, they'll kind of let him do what he wants if that's the case. And the preview, the trailer for what they got now looks decent. So, and you got Hugh Jackman, and everybody gets to see Wolverine in the yellow suit. So, yay! Yeah, because I remember when the first X Men came out, the one thing everybody or the X Men, diehard fans are uh complain about. It's like, they don't look like the characters in the comic books. But when the X Men wound up being a pretty good movie, they kind of got over that. uh, um, Especially the first two X Men were really good. Uh, the Last Stand or whatever. It was okay. Days of Future Past. That's okay. Yeah, I ain't seen the Last Guardians yet, but the okay, I haven't seen the Last Guardians of the Galaxy yet or Ant Man, but I did see the second Doctor Strange movie and it sucked. Uh, and when I heard that second Ant Man sucked, it's like, I mean, first two Ant Man was okay. I thought first one was good, second one was alright. Uh, and there was a lot of people who didn't like the whole Ant Man thing, and even they were like, okay, the third one absolutely sucks. So I was like, even though somehow I still got Disney Plus, I, I accidentally rolled over because I thought I canceled it, but I guess I didn't cancel in time, so it's rolled over this year. So I can still I guess if I want to see the last Guardians of the Galaxy, I can watch that. But I did see Doctor Strange, and it was ugh, ugh. I think I was little, it sucked, and I was like let down because I was looking forward to Doctor Strange. It's kind of like I mean, the reason I got Disney Plus to begin with was to see uh Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and that was garbage. Some of it was okay, but a lot of it was garbage. Yeah, I hadn't seen Miss Marvel. Have like no interest in seeing it, but definitely am interested in seeing Deadpool and Wolverine. I'm pretty sure more than half that budget, that movie budget, went into Hugh Jackman's pockets because he was supposed to be done with that character, not going to do it again. But I bet you, gosh, about three or four dump trucks and a couple of armored trucks on top of that, you know, got dumped in this front yard. Say, come on, do Wolverine one more time. You'll be with Deadpool with Ryan Reynolds, one of your buddies. So, so yeah, I'm definitely looking. Oh, what the hell? What's that button for? I don't want to find out yet. Apparently, I discovered this. My headphones here has some kind of button on it, and I don't want to press it and find out where it is. But, oh, let's see. What else can we bullshit about? Uh, yeah, I really didn't get into the Tony Khan nonsense. I figure I will not say repeat anything stupid he said. That way, I can trying to be positive, I can say something dumber than him. Uh, uh, I'm sure he did. I mean, well, I'm pretty sure Disney also did too. And because god dang, Hugh Jackman's not a young guy. Yeah, Hugh Jackman's 55 years old. Um, I'm pretty sure he just. I mean, there's only so much of the Dwayne Johnson vitamins, or recommended vitamins, and health program. You may use some pharmaceuticals, but you still got to do the work. Uh, that he can do. Um, at that bumping Tony Khan, Saint Tony the Khan. But yeah, yeah, like I said, looking forward to Deadpool. Yeah, like I said, pretty sure Ryan Reynolds like, hey, Disney will give you a lot of money. Come on, man. Come on, man. Wolverine, Deadpool, fans want to see it. Get the people what they want, and I hope it. Hopefully, it's good. I hope they don't fuck it up. Pardon my language, but I hope they don't fuck it up. Beep. Hope they don't beep it up. Hopefully it's fun. Hopefully it's good. Hopefully it's entertaining. Because I mean, the first Deadpool was pretty freaking good. Second one was good. Hopefully this one's hopefully this one's really good too. And yes, I'll definitely spend money to go see it. Uh, no, I mean it's been I mean, of course, movies don't last in theaters that long either. I mean, a lot of them's been bombing too. But I mean, I know this weekend the Fall Guy movie's coming out, but I don't really have no interest. I mean, I might give it a shot when it comes to streaming. I had no interest in the remake of the Roadhouse. I heard the Dune movies have been pretty good. But yeah, they'll last in theaters for it almost seems like a couple weeks, and boom, they're on Netflix, Amazon, Hulu, whatever. Uh, within a couple weeks or a month maybe. And I think even I mean even though it's been a while, I mean Iron Claw is supposed to be on stream on HBO Max. I think sometime this month. Hmm, I don't know. I heard they were good. I remember the first Dune like in 1984. Of course, I was a kid and I was watching. I'm like, this seems like a bunch of horse shit. Come on, start. I want to see some sci-fi shit. I want to see some spaceships with lasers and stuff like that. And of course, I mean, let's be honest. When you're a kid, that's the only thing you look forward to. And you're like, oh my gosh, this thing was a book at one time. Is it playing like a book? I gotta read shit. It's not Mad Max. It's a Mad Max whatever. Mad Max is not even in it. Uh, it's like I was on X earlier today, and apparently they're gonna do a Mad Max origin story. I'm like, was that pretty much the first Mad Max with Mel Gibson in it back in the day? The first two Mad Max movies I thought were good. Um, what was the third one called again? Beyond Thunderdome. Yeah, it's a story from the Mad Max universe. Nobody cares about. and I had no interest in seeing it. I didn't even see what was it, Fury Road or whatever, the one with Charlize Theron and uh what's that guy's name? The guy who played Venom. Wow, that was done in like yeah, Furiosa, a Mad Max saga. Yeah, nobody cares. Tom Hardy. Tom Hardy was Mad Max and had Charlize Theron and Nicholas Hoult. And had Zoe Kravitz, but I don't even think I see. No, I didn't see this one. I mean, it's like anyway. I was on Twitter X, whatever you want to call it today, and somebody just nailed it on the head. It's like, sorry, but Mel Gibson is still alive. I don't think you're really gonna. I mean, you could do uh uh. I mean, you don't have to. I don't think you have to have a big budget for a Mad Max movie. I mean, a Mad Max movie shouldn't cost you over, it ain't $500 million movie to make. I don't think. Just do an old man Mad Max movie with Mel Gibson and call it a day. But yeah, yeah, like I said, this either dump it, leave it alone, just leave it alone, leave it alone. I mean, I heard they're gonna make a. I think we discussed this a few weeks ago, or somebody did. Might be on this show or something. They're gonna remake Naked Gun movies with Liam Neeson. I mean, nothing against Liam Neeson, but uh, leave the Naked Gun movies alone. They're fine. Leave it alone. Leave, no more Mad Maxes. Uh, just no more Ghostbusters. I heard this one was not. I heard the latest Ghostbuster movie was no. I mean, I seen the one. Uh, not this past one. Gosh. Afterlife. Ghostbuster Afterlife. Now I seen that one, and I thought I dug it. It was okay. Nothing as good as the first one. Second one was okay. I mean, at that time it was like okay. That remake with the whoever's, I did not like. I fell asleep in the middle of that one. I should tell you how I felt about that one. I fell asleep during the Ghostbusters movie. Didn't care for it. Um, the Afterlife, I said it was pretty good. It ties into uh, the original characters and stuff like that. So that was kind of cool. And I was actually looking forward to this one, seeing where they might take the story. And uh, I think the whole part of it for me was when it has Patton Oswalt in it. I'm just not a fan of Patton Oswalt. Yeah, quit making the Godzilla Kong movies. I mean, I remember that first well, not the first, the big budget, whatever, Kurt King or Godzilla movie. I went seeing the movie theaters. This is a big monster movie, and you got some kid fell asleep in the middle of it. That should tell you how good that Godzilla movie was. The second one was okay. I don't know. The Godzilla King of Monsters. I guess that was okay. I didn't. I barely watched hardly any. I mean, I had it going on. I watched it, then lost interest, and watched it a little more, and I was like, okay, whatever. Godzilla versus Kong. I didn't see that one. Um, Now they have another Godzilla and King Kong movie. Eh. I mean, not every movie needs a sequel. Definitely, a lot of these movies do not need to be remade. Uh, don't need no more Mad Max movies. Don't remake Road Roadhouse. Why do they remake that? Why? 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 And the previews just look horrible. Nothing against what's his name, Jake Gyllenhaal, whatever. I mean, I've seen him in a few decent movies, but that just the previews look horrible. Didn't have no interest whatsoever seeing that. Kind of like I had no interest in seeing the straight to DVD version of Roadhouse 2. It's like, okay, we had Roadhouse, we're good. I think they had a sequel to Dirty Dancing. No, didn't need it. Not that was was a Dirty Dancing fan. King of Monsters, Kong versus Godzilla, Blu-ray, both still in the wrapper. Yeah, because I got HBO. HBO Max has pretty good stuff. Um, no, not yet. I mean, they had the Flash movie, which I haven't watched. I didn't even see Black Adam. I While I was still working out of town, the new Shazam movie came on HBO, and unfortunately, I watched it. I mean, I wasn't a fan of the first Shazam movie. I'm not a fan of. I'm not a fan of. Just didn't care for Shazam to begin with. I mean, a kid seeing the old '70s show, whatever, you know, reruns. They're okay just because I was a kid. I was what 4, 5, 6 years old. Um, but this Shazam movie, just wasn't a fan of. And the new one they had came out, it sucked. Yeah, the new Shazam movie, not missing nothing. Black Adam, didn't see that one either. Well, see the thing about it, what killed the interest of fans of even seeing those movies is when they shift the power. They gave James Gunn, the guy who directed the Guardians of the Galaxy movies, he's basically going to be overseeing the new DC movies, and he pretty much said, "Oh, the new Black Panther and Black Panther, the new Black Adam, the new Flash, all these movies don't freaking matter. I'm rebooting everything." Yes, there's a new Joker movie. I, that don't need a sequel either. I don't. I mean, it might surprise me. I don't know. I mean, because to me, it's just they had the Joker. He was just a character they were using to make this movie, and I really don't think it has anything to do with. I mean, even though they use him being Thomas Wayne and all that, but just don't think you know it has really. I mean, it might. I mean, it has. I think who's it have? Lady Gaga or something like that playing Harley Quinn, but and there's I think there's gonna be a lot of musical tunes in this or something. I don't know. I mean, to be honest, I wasn't that. Uh, when the first Joker with Joaquin Phoenix came out and was coming out, it wasn't like I was that interested in seeing it. Uh, I wasn't, yeah, I wasn't interested in seeing it at all until people say it was good. Uh, then I went seeing it. I was like, hey, this is pretty freaking good. So if people say it's pretty good, I might go see it, or I might wait till you know it comes out on streaming or something like that. Yeah, it's gonna have Lady Gaga in it, so I'm like, really? So I guess it has to have some music, somewhat of a musical. That way, she's actually does decent in it. I guess because I mean, it wasn't that far fetched. Her playing a musician in A Star Is Born or something like that. She is a musician. She is a musical entertainer, whatever. So I'm pretty sure she can play one. It won't be that hard. Anyway, um, well, folks, I hate to cut this fun short, but it's getting to be that time. That time to call it a night here on Spot Show live stream. Do appreciate everybody tuning in. Do appreciate everybody joining us in the chat. Uh, but I'll be back here tomorrow night for Wrestling Gold Friday night. Like I said, going to look back at the history of pro wrestling, things that happened on May the 3rd. I also going to have some Southern Championship Wrestling from Georgia. I'm going to sit there and watch that. And I think I have a new. It's not going to be a live stream. I think I'm just going to tape that. I'm thinking about it. Kind of like the idea I'm working with is taking, trying to find some bad wrestling, like either old indie or current indie stuff, and kind of bash it. I know it sounds mean, but if anybody's kind of interested in seeing me do that, uh, let me know. I might look into it and do it, or I might just try it out on this show one day, kind of like I did the Wrestling Gold Friday night. Yeah, Wrestling Gold Friday night. I kind of tested it out on here, and people kind of dug it, and I wound up making a show out of it. So, and this one probably won't be a live stream. It'll just be straight to whatever. Speaking of Wrestling Gold Friday night, I gotta change up my interest a little bit. I got a couple copyright hits for that, so I need to switch something up on that. It's mostly the entrance of it. So, the intro, not the entrance, the intro, my entrance music. Anyway, like I said, hopefully everybody has a good one. And yes, tune in next Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Mountain, 5 p.m. Pacific, 9 a.m. Friday nights in Japan, and 5 a.m. Friday night, or Friday morning, excuse me, in India for next week's Spot Show live stream. And of course, join me tomorrow for Wrestling Gold Friday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Mountain, 5 p.m. Pacific, 9 a.m. Saturday morning in Japan, and 5 a.m. Saturday morning in India. Until then, folks, have a good one and be good. I fucked up my line. Okay, here we go. Take two. All right. Until then, you folks take it easy and have a good one. Hey there. Thank you for checking this out. If you enjoyed it, share with friends, drop a like button, leave a comment. Also, be a champ and hit that subscribe button. You can also check me out on social media, Facebook at Ronald Ray, on X or Twitter is RPATRPTV46. Until next time.
So long from the peach state of Georgia.